like you popping a red pill. Ain't no time for acting, it's like camera action. Real life is a script, real talk is what it is. Enlighten your 6 sense, we back at it again. Until you can't filter it, it's raw, uncut, no taste.
Yo, and yo. What is the business? This is your boy DJ Talented, and yes, you heard a little echo there. That was my bad. But this is the real,
the raw,
and the motherfucking rugged. You dig? Every Sunday at 6 p.m., you can hear both my voice and Miss Entertainment's lovely voice. You dig? Every Sunday, you can catch up with us on Facebook. You can also go to Real, Raw, and Rugged on YouTube. Oh, damn, excuse me.
What the hell?
That was a cough. Try to hold it in. All right. You can check us out. Check us out live on YouTube at The Real, The Raw.
I'm about to pass out over here.
On YouTube. You dig? If you're not seeing it here on IG or Facebook, go to The Real, The Raw, and The Rugged on YouTube. You dig?
You can see us live.
See us live.
And all
all the craziness that goes on back up in here. You know what I'm talking about?
What the hell?
And then also check out live365.com Sundays at 6 o'clock. You will either be hearing a live show or you will be hearing a replay of the show. So don't forget to check us out. But Miss Entertainment.
Now you stop choking or whatever.
What the hell?
Whatever the hell you were doing. You just did.
We ain't on that no more.
This shit was funny. I'm Miss Entertainment.
All right. Miss Entertainment, what do you do?
All things entertainment. I am an author. I am an entrepreneur. I am a host. And I am the creative guru.
She's all that. And 2 bags of chips. You dig?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, Miss Entertainment, what are we sipping on?
I don't know, but some blue stuff. My favorite color. Matter of fact.
This lady here.
Some Bacardi.
We're sipping on some Bacardi, but you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna hide the name. I just told y'all what it is, because we ain't trying to get nobody no free advertising. So we're gonna hide the name, but I'm gonna show y'all it's some blue shit. See that?
Mm-hmm.
It's called Zombie. Y'all see that? Y'all see it? Some blue shit called Zombie. It's got citrus, passion fruit, and triple sack flavors, sweetened with cane sugar.
Mm-hmm.
Some new shit, because I don't know nothing about it. I guess she liked it because it was blue.
Pretty much.
What kind of shit that it is.
Pretty much.
All right, Miss Entertainment, what we got going on?
Ready to get into our hot topics?
Let's get into it.
All right. All right. Hot topics. Walking around in public with a bonnet, slippers, or pajamas. So recently, the comedian Monique posted a video about Black women walking around with bonnets on, basically saying that Black women has lost their pride. And when did we stop caring how we look about ourselves when we, go outside, blah, blah, blah. So she caught a lot of smoke behind it, a lot of smoke, but she was very unapologetic about it. So is it right what she was saying? Or should people just mind their own business?
Well, what I get from that is she's telling Black women to hold your head up and stay with that pride and don't come out looking like anything when you know you're a queen. That's what I'm getting from it. You're a queen and stay in that position as a queen. Don't come out looking like the peasant.
So you can't be a queen and put your bonnet on? Take that as a no.
No, don't take that as a no. Take that as, do you look your best with a bonnet on?
Probably not. I personally don't go out in public like that because I'm from a different generation. I was raised, but at the same token, saying it's not hurting me. I mean, if you want to walk out looking like that, then there it is. And like I said, it's like, especially Black women, we constantly getting the always something with our hair. Uh, it's it's been a while. I mean, being natural is accepted, and that's hasn't been accepted for a very long time. Or braids, cornrows is always something with our hair. It's always something that we're being told not to do.
Well, see, I don't take it as being told not to do it, as they trying to rule your life when they say something like, don't walk outside with a bonnet. For me, as a Black man, I see all Black women as queens. And when you come outside with a damn bonnet on and some pajama damn pants and some damn slippers and you still got slide running down your damn face, how can I see that as a queen and put you on that pedestal when you look worse than the damn peasants?
Okay, so when men have on do rags, is that a difference?
And no, that's not a difference, because it's still something that's covering your head. Now, some people, I get it, to where some people wear it because they haven't done their hair yet, either do-rag or a bonnet. They haven't done their hair yet.
I'm talking about men that wear those do-rags on the outside. How's that any different?
I'm talking about both.
Okay.
So that it will be, even. When men don't get their hair cut, some of them put on the damn bonnet. That's why I got on why I'm putting on the damn bonnet.
I'm curious. I didn't know men wore bonnets.
Nah, we don't wear bonnets, but a do-rag. Now, that's my case right now. I mean, I ain't got my hair cut, so, you see I'm looking scruffy on the sides and whatever the case may be. But
so are you not being a king?
You're right. You're right. I'm not showing my kingness in myself the way I should be showing it, because I should be looking good at all times, or looking good to myself at all times. I don't, everybody got an opinion just like they got an ass. Mm-hmm. So if I'm looking good to myself, and when you first get that haircut or whatever the case may be, you get trimmed up, you get your beard and your mustache trimmed up, you feel like you're doing something. But in when you don't and you looking kind of scruffy and stuff, you feel like I'm still good, but I'm not my best. That's how I see it. Now, anybody else got their opinion about what it is, just like I said, everybody got an ass, just like an opinion. Now, with the bonnet, women could have just got their hair done, looking good as hell, but they had it under the bonnet. What's the point?
Well, like if you're going, like you in some of the I guess examples that was given, like if I'm in the airport, I'm getting ready to go wherever, I have the bonnet on to hold my hair, so I'm still looking great once I get off this plane. So I'm not doing anything other than flying to wherever I'm going. So why should I have my hair perfect going through the airport?
So you can't look great going through the airport? You never know who you're going to meet or when you're going to meet them, or if this could be your knight in shining armor at the time, but you walking around with a damn bonnet, some damn pajama pants, and looking scruffy.
I want to be comfortable on the flight.
You can be comfortable, but not in no goddamn pajama pants. And no damn slippers with the bunny ears on it. Come on, present yourself as what you are. You are a fucking queen. Present yourself as that.
How does that affect your day? Because I'm not. In your opinion,
it doesn't affect my day per se. But if I see you as a queen prior to that, then you come one day just looking like somebody just tossed your ass out on the street with Hobo John and all that shit. How the fuck am I gonna see you as a queen again?
My hair doesn't define me. Ain't that's what
Your hair doesn't. Your hair
in
does.
the Irish say?
Your hair doesn't define you.
But the bonnet is part of
but
my hair. Hairdressing.
That is not a part of your hair.
Dressing.
But
That shouldn't define me.
my thing is, if you looking for something great, you got to look great. If you looking for something mediocre, look mediocre.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's just a matter of to each his own. I mean, me personally, no, I would not go out with slippers on or a bonnet on. Um, Now, if I wasn't getting out of the car and it's like if somebody called me in the middle of the night and it's like, hey, now of course I could do that now, but when I have my hair out and you got to run and do something really quick, I might put on a hair something for my hair if I'm just running to pick up something real quick or blah blah blah. But just in the normal outing, going out, no.
And see you
In extreme emergencies, I guess.
right. And I understand that. Extreme emergencies, it would be cool. You just going out to come right back in.
Mm-hmm.
But if you going through a fucking airport, you know you're going some damn well.
Well, going out to come back in.
You're not going out to come back in. Your ass is out.
I'm going
You
out.
walking through a whole damn airport, and depending on the airport, there's some big ass airports around here. And you walking through a whole damn airport, you getting on a whole goddamn plane, and you going to a whole nother state.
And then I'm gonna get back in the bed.
Bullshit.
Or I'm gonna relax for the rest of that day.
Bullshit. That's why some of them think, oh, I'm gonna put this bonnet on so I can have my hair good for the night.
Yep. Saving that hair
You know,
for the
goddamn,
night, for the club.
The whole purpose of you getting your hair done is to look good, regardless if it's fake hair, if it's your real hair, then you just got it slayed, as they say. Look good at all goddamn times. Don't look like no hobo.
Yeah.
What's the fucking point?
I don't know. Like I said, to each his own. That's how I feel about it. Me personally, I won't do it. But you know what? I still look at other folks and say, is that a reflection on me?
On Instagram, on YouTube, what are y'all thoughts about women being out in public wearing bonnets or wearing pajamas or wearing a dirty, holy ass shirt or wearing, slippers? That's all a part of it, because there's a lot of them that will do that.
And men with them do-rags. How about that?
Yeah, and what's your thoughts about a man with a do-rag? But see, the system is crazy, because it's always a topsy-turvy when it comes to male doing certain stuff and females doing stuff. A man can go out there and fuck everything. He a hoe. Fine. But a female go out there and fuck 10 in 1 year. She's a dirty hoe. Why is that? What's the difference? A man can be accepted by having a whole lot of people that they done fuck, but a woman, in the man's standpoint on it, they can't fuck a whole lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. It's double standards. But a do-rag is a damn bonnet for a man.
It is.
Why did you go outside with a damn do-rag on and then hate on a woman when she wear a bonnet?
Good question. Good question.
So I'm doing devil's advocate and my own opinion on the situation.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right.
Moving on. In other hot topics, still standing there.
All right.
Kwame Brown. Who is Kwame Brown, you may ask? Well, he was an NBA basketball player that came into the league right after high school back in 2001 and lasted about 12 seasons. He bounced around from team to team until his NBA career came to an end. Fast forward until recently, Gilbert Arenas, another former NBA player, started throwing shots at Kwame Brown. Kwame said he's been quiet while others threw shots, but he is no longer going to be silent. So since you want that smoke, here it goes. So he took to YouTube and started blasting not only on Gilbert Arenas, but others too. So he let loose and let it fly. Then Charlamagne the guy from the Breakfast Club,
That asshole.
I actually like him,
I don't.
inserted himself into the beef. Charlamagne was trying to say to others, you better look at his family and leave Kwame alone by exposing Kwame's family issues. So he talked about Kwame's father and brothers being convicted killers. Now, this gave Kwame a new target. Kwame brought up Charlamagne's alleged rape case that came up back in the day. Then Kwame took a page out of my book. He met Charlamagne with crazy and raised in one. He met Charlamagne with crazy and raised in one. So he started going after DJ Envy and Angela Yee, his co-host. Now, I do get what Charlamagne was doing. He was just talking, and everything he said is public knowledge. And I have to admit, I do that sometimes. If we're just talking, just in talking, you start talking about everything, and everything become fair game. But everybody is, but especially when you're not necessarily meaning any harm. But it did get Kwame's attention, and Charlamagne brought up those incidents about his family being, he tried to associate Kwame father and brothers and what they did to him, meaning he ain't about that, he's about that life. So if his father and his brother don't kill some folks, y'all better leave him alone. But he didn't take it that way.
Well, see, the thing with Charlamagne, the guy, he always got some extra emphasis on shit too.
He did. I mean, he was just talking. So, Kwame gave him the business, and Charlamagne ended up apologizing and giving himself the donkey of the day.
He should, because he always jumping his ass into something just so he can get a little limelight off of whatever's happening.
So, in that, so was it wrong for him to bring up Kwame's family stuff, even though it is public knowledge? Was Charlamagne wrong for that?
Yeah, because what does his family situation have anything to do with him?
Mm-hmm.
Nothing, not a damn thing. He did what he had to do. They did what they thought that they had to do. That's two different situations. Don't bring my family up in the shit that you saying about me, because I'm the only one that can do me. They the only ones that can do them.
True. And I, like I said, I think he didn't mean any harm about it, but yeah, he ran his mouth too much.
Who
Charlamagne.
Okay.
He did. He ran his mouth too much.
As soon as you say the name, you already know that the motherfucker's in the wrong, because he always do some extra shit. That's why he got beat up before.
Yeah, there's quite a few folks that want to come for him. But yeah,
you need to shut the fuck up and let it be. Because somebody ain't gonna want to come for him. They're gonna come for him.
All right, so that brings me to this segment.
All right.
What would you do? So now what would you do if your family, if a friend was somebody was beefing with your family or friend, right? And then they turn the smoke towards you and start talking about you when you just an associate of the friend. Is that right? Would you respond?
If they petty, no, I'm not. It's petty bullshit. But if you talking about coming to me with some harm or something, yes, I'm gonna respond.
So like Kwame did, he didn't just leave the smoke with Charlamagne. He started going in on DJ Envy and Angela Yee, which had nothing to do with that beef between them. But he's just like, okay, everybody gonna get this.
That's where he went wrong, because they ain't did shit to you. It was only Charlamagne.
Mm-hmm.
So you go after the fucking source. You don't go for the source's friends or the source's co-workers. You go after the source. Fuck the co-workers, what the fuck they gonna do? Or fuck the friends, what the fuck they gonna do? And then if they jump in it, then that's when you have a beef with it.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't just go off the damn top beefing with every fucking body because what one motherfucker did. No, you can't do that.
So if you were on the bad end of that smoke, would you respond to him coming at you if you were just a friend, a guilty by association?
You can't unless they come in with some harm. But it'll be a waste of fucking time if you going at somebody just because they talking shit.
Well, yeah, he was talking shit because, like,
Anybody could talk shit. You have what's that, freedom of speech?
Mhm.
You can say what the fuck you want to say. But when you cross that line of saying some shit and then you trying to come and harm me, that's where I jump in as if I'm finna fucking kill you or some shit like that.
Yeah, because for Angela Yee, he was mentioning that, talking about she running behind all the rappers and she ain't got no man and blah blah blah. And DJ Envy, I guess he admitted that he had cheated and blah blah blah. So he's calling him all kind of names. So
I mean, if that shit that's already out there, then how can you hurt a person's shit?
yeah, yeah, yeah. I think when he went past Charlamagne and just went to everybody else, I think that's where he lost me.
Yeah, he probably was thinking that the Breakfast Club came after him instead of just Charlamagne.
No, it was just Charlamagne. But I mean, he was, they were talking about it, and then yeah, Charlamagne added all that extra.
Okay, so they was talking about it, so he got the right to say what the fuck he want to. If you gonna comment on it on live TV or whatever the case may be, then I can say whatever the fuck I want to whomever in that damn building.
Well, I think when I didn't see the whole thing, but for the parts I did see, they were talking about Kwame's beef with the other guy, and
Right.
and then Charlamagne added all that extra, and then that's where it went left.
Let's see. That's when Charlamagne gonna get his goddamn lip smacked.
Yep. All right. So moving on. So there was a video that was posted, and it was meant to teach first graders about their bodies.
Oh, yeah.
The animated video taught the proper names of the genitals, and it kind of touched on masturbation. Basically, it wanted kids to feel comfortable about a natural body reaction or stimuli in their bodies, what their actual body parts are. Um, now this was again first graders. Did it go too far when you're talking about you educating kids about their bodies at 6 or 7 years old? Is that too young? And then especially talking about masturbation.
That shit went way too damn far. And for those that's watching Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, go ahead and chime in on this. What do you think? Did you think that was too much, or did you think that was good for teachers and school to actually put out there? My thoughts, That was going way too fucking much. Ain't no goddamn way you should be teaching somebody's kid about themselves that the parent and the parent needs to be doing that. Because if the parent don't do it, the school taking over parenthood.
Yeah.
So the parents are only there to watch the kids and send them back to your ass to the school, and you got to teach them how life goes. 5 or 6 years old talking about masturbation.
6, 7. They were first
5,
grade.
6, 7, however that is. That's fucked up.
I think it was okay if it had parental consent, because I think America, U.S. is so uptight when it comes to sexuality, when it comes to any of that. And if you look at some of the stats, and I looked this up, like a sexual crime in the United States it's 27.3 compared to Europe, which for sexual crime is 3.4% of as far as compared to all the other bodies of population of over 100 million, I believe. We are up there now. Africa got the most. They got some serious stuff going, some serious raping going on over there.
Africa is fucked up over there because they
definitely got some raping going on.
People that do a whole lot of shit and be killing and shooting and stealing and all that type of stuff. They crime rate is way worse than ours.
But what my thing is like I think sometimes that we are kind of uptight when it comes to sexuality, and it makes the kids uptight. It's like I even said that to my daughter, and what she said is she's like she didn't see a problem with it other than you should have got the parental, parents agreement to show that, and they should have went a step further in talking about um, a good touch versus somebody else touching, which is a bad touch. I think they should have went a step further with that.
See, that's the thing. They didn't go that far. So if the kids are watching that, anybody could touch them, and they think it's a good touch.
Well, they did emphasize on private parts, and that's your private part. That's just for you. But I think they could have went a little bit further in talking about anybody else touching that is wrong. That is a bad touch.
But still, see, you 5, 6, 7 years old, you don't know what you're touching down there. You don't know how to touch yourself down there.
But you are feeling.
You may feel something, but
and that's what they were trying to explain what that feeling was without being it so shameful.
I still being a parent myself, I think I'm the one that's supposed to teach my child about the birds and the bees, or what's supposed to happen, or what that is, or where it go, or whatever the case may be. You don't just take it up on yourself as an education person to tell my child how to do this and how to do that, because in some situations that person that's a teacher can be a pedophile, or it could be, a person that wants to touch my child, or whatever the case may be. And by you teaching my child at that damn age, they don't know the difference.
And that's why I said, there was two things that should have happened. If parents should have had a say so on that as far as what can be shown to their child, and they should have went a step further in talking about bad touch too. So kids that keep that confusion at a low, I do understand where they were trying to go with that. Is for, like I said, it's trying to take some of that shame out of for his kids and their bodies and all that stuff, and because some parents don't talk to their kids about shit that they should be talking to kids, and they find out the hard way.
Yeah, and then some parents are still kids themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So if I say it's a bit of a fault on the parents and a bit of a fault on school too, because you're teaching these kids this type of stuff, and you're teaching them about sex at young ages. They're curious. They're going to want to find out what the fuck that is, and then they're going to try to go to the next step. That's how you seeing some dang on kids running around here, 10 years old, pregnant, 10 years old with a baby.
And I get that to a certain degree, because I think they were trying to take that curiosity, that natural curiosity, and educating them. So you already know. So you know.
But see, the natural will take you a lot longer to investigate than to be told about it. Oh, so this is where this is supposed to go, and this is what I'm supposed to do. So why not let me try that now? Why the fuck are you trying that at 9, 10 years old? You really, normally you wouldn't even really know what sex is until fucking 12, 13 years old.
So do you remember the first time you got a hard on?
No, I don't. I'm pretty sure the damn thing got hard when I was born. Every not the exact moment I was born.
I was like, wait,
being a baby, of course it didn't got hard. That's what it do.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. If your parents are not telling you this is why, then you're wondering like, what's wrong with it? Is it broke?
No, because a kid would normally go to one of their parents. Hey, this is big, or this is small.
Most, but not everybody's like that. Everybody ain't like that. Especially when you come you talking about those uber religious type households.
Well, how else are they gonna learn what that is, or why it's doing
their
this?
Friends and everybody other than their parents. I'll tell you, I'll just be honest. My mom didn't talk about sex until I was middle school, high school, and she really didn't talk then. She just gave me a book. You got any questions? Come to me.
That was her talking. Give you the damn book, read it, and then
But it was too late. It was too late.
you was already having sex.
By the time she gave me that book, I'm already curious that things had already happened. Things had already happened. So that wasn't his time. It should have been something like talking about that good touch, bad touch. Talking about all that stuff before I'm in middle school, high school. Because then you start learning from your friends.
True, but then the ones that's already been going through it.
Yeah, but shoot, I rather my parents than my friends because they probably don't know other than what they figured out, and that don't mean that they shit right.
Yeah, and that's understandable. But I still don't think that it's a school's place to teach my kid what the fuck they got down there, and
so you don't think
supposed to masturbate.
You don't think sex education is has a purpose in school?
I think sex education should come from the parent, not the school. My opinion.
Mm-hmm. Now I do think sex education should be in the school, so they give you all the medical and all the stuff that you should know, and then the parents should be part of that conversation. Just to fill any holes or just to have that one-on-one dialogue. But I don't see anything wrong with sex education in school. 6-7-year-old, that's a bit
too early.
That's a bit young, but I get where they were going. But like I said, I think it should have been a parental consent first.
Yeah, they should have at least before they released that video, those kids that they were teaching with that, the parents should have had to sign some type of slip.
Yeah, so kind of like, yes, I agree, and they can watch it and be done with it.
Right.
All right, we're gonna move on.
Alrighty.
Crazy in the news. So here's one. Iconic face, that's her name, whose birth name was Jimmy Maurice Lewis II, was found guilty on 2 counts of armed robbery after holding up a Mississippi bank, a crime she allegedly committed to fund her plastic surgery. So she drove to the bank in a car that was registered to her because they traced the car back to her.
Dumb.
And then she got away with the money and flew to Mexico to have a surgery. They caught her coming back into the U.S. That's how they caught her. And that's the picture.
They call him. That thing is ugly as fuck.
Looks like she has her skin peeled, and she got her lips done and nose done, and yeah,
That's
okay.
nasty as shit.
But that is our crazy in the news. But yeah, she had actually got away with it for the most part if she stayed in Mexico but they caught her coming back into the States after she got her surgery. So she was robbing banks to fund her surgery because the next step was, I guess, that cutting off the stank thing. That was the next step.
Well, they sure gonna use your ass up in jail.
That was the next step, to cut that thing off. So
you going in men population. You ain't going in women population, buddy.
that is true. That is very true. So I thought that was the crazy in the news. All right, moving on.
That shit beyond crazy.
Yeah, that was kind of crazy.
That was stupid. That wasn't crazy. That was stupid. You gonna go rob a damn bank in your own car?
Yeah, they traced the car back to her.
Dumb as fuck to him. You still a him, nigga. You still got a dick. You still a him.
Now we don't want to get into that conversation.
That conversation is what it is. You still got a dick. You still a him.
She identified as she, so it is a she.
Shim.
It's a she.
Shim.
She wants to be identified as a she. Nothing off my back to call her she. That's what she wants.
That ain't what they gonna be calling her in jail.
Might still call her she, but
Nah,
yeah.
that's a damn him going into general population. Men.
All right, ready to move on?
All right.
Up here. All right, did you know? This segment we celebrate and acknowledge the African American and their contribution making this country great. February is Black History Month, but we celebrate Black History Month on this show every week.
Everyone.
So today in Black History, we celebrate Cynthia Cent Marshall, first Black woman CEO of the NBA, or in the NBA. Cynthia grew up in Richmond, California, and she graduated from the University of California, Berkeley, with degrees in business administration and human resource management, and holds 4 honorary doctorate degrees. Before her becoming CEO of the NBA, she had a long career at AT&T, where she moved up the chain and became Senior Vice President of Human Resource and Chief Diversity Officer. So today, Cynthia Marshall, we celebrate and salute you for your contributions to making this country great.
Salute. Let's give her some applause.
All right.
What's good, Jern? What's good, Verge? Y'all over there on Instagram.
All
If
right.
y'all came in, did y'all hear any of those topics?
So you can go to Real Raw Rugged or hit us up on Facebook.
We do Facebook. We on our personal pages, and also Real Raw and Rugged on YouTube. You can go check out the parts that we already know, like the hot topics, the tribute to the Black person or Black people. So because we don't celebrate only February, we celebrate all year.
Celebrate. What?
Celebrate.
What the fuck?
Goddamn Bacardi beating on my tongue now, y'all. But you can check out what we drinking too.
All right, moving on.
Yeah, let's move on.
Yeah. All right, what you should watch. So, CNN Dreamland, The Burning of Black Wall Street. They did an excellent job telling the story. I also like how they incorporated animations to show some of the things that you couldn't necessarily see with actors or blah, blah, blah. So, what I didn't know was that the 5 civilized Indian tribes also owned us as slaves. So that was interesting. I always thought that we all were in the same boat when it comes to us and Indians, for the most part. Of course, they weren't enslaved, they were just murdered, but I didn't know they owned us too. So that's interesting. And what most people don't know, that Tulsa wasn't the only massacre that took place. The murdering and destroying of a Black community. There was at least 25 other massacres documented. So we know of Rosewood, and we know of the massacres. We know of Rosewood, but there was also massacres in Chicago, New York, Atlanta, Louisiana, and the list goes on and on. So, where generations upon generations were destroyed. But like one of the persons that was being interviewed, Tulsa was the worst because they were not only being murdered in the streets, their homes were burned, heirlooms taken, but they were also being bombed and shot from the air.
Yeah.
They did actual attacks from the air on these people.
Military attacks
on these people, which it's just interesting. I guess, like I still said before, these types of movies kind of hurt the soul because you saw all these people died, even though they said about 300, but there's other people that feel it's in the thousands, in which it probably was because there wasn't no telephone, there wasn't no social media, no internet to let people know, hey, they're over here, they're coming for you, get ready, run, or whatever you're gonna do. These people were going on with their lives, and this mob just rushed them.
Yeah, all because of a female elevator,
Sarah Page,
a white female elevator operator, didn't operate the damn elevator correctly to have the damn thing even with the floor. So the young black man
Teenager.
basically fell into the elevator, and to brace himself, he had to touch her shoulder, and in that falling, he kind of ripped her shirt. She screamed. So, of course, the first white person to see him running out the place because he knew that something was not going to be right with this situation. They seen him run out the place, and they put 2 and 5 together, and they got to where this goddamn girl was raped.
He was trying to rape her. No doggone well that did not happen.
And then for her to not even tell the truth about what was going on, she just let the shit just slide like that. So you got a man killed, and then not only did you get one person killed, you got a fucking town of people murdered,
burned out, and you got
dumb shit.
That's just another Emmett Till,
right
situation. But it was looking at that kind of, I guess, documentary or however you want to call it. It was bound to happen. It was already brewing.
Yeah, it was
things was already brewing. And then when that movie, what's that that one, Birth of a Nation, when that came out, which kind of glorified the KKK and then demonized black men trying to rape white women, that was just the icing on the cake.
Yeah, and they just got to killing people because they had the KKK and the police at that time. And still at this time, there's KKK members in police right now. So, and that's why black men are still being shot, or black people, period, are still being shot, and they ain't got to be doing a goddamn thing wrong.
Yeah.
But they still being shot and killed, and the shit goes on and goes on and goes on. Now, if we were to build a new Black Wall Street or a new, area to where black people can support black people and all the black people's businesses dealing with black people, there's not a fucking thing that they can do. They can try that bomb and shit. But black people, if you get smart and arm your damn self and you stick to your damn self and your damn people, then you really shouldn't have much to worry about. You will, because that dollar is what they're all about.
Yeah, because that's what they were doing. They only went into so Greenwood is where that was a section of where the black people had to live, and they only went into, I guess, Tulsa for work. Other than that, they took their paycheck and they took it back to Greenwood. So that's why those folks flourished.
And that's the thing. They were spending their money in their own area. They was not taking their money and spending it elsewhere. Gucci, Versace, all this old expensive bullshit that y'all buying. Buy something from your people. Take that shit back into your community and keep your shit rolling around in your community and not theirs. That's what's gonna hurt them. That's what hurt them back in that day. Because Tulsa, in that area, black people were flourishing. Black people were, they wasn't the richest people, but they had their shit together as a community.
Some were rich.
Some of them was rich. They may have not been the richest, is what I'm saying. White people ain't gonna let black people be the richest. But that's what the thing was. They was keeping their money, and their money wasn't going back to the white people. And that's what fucked them up, because they are hungry ass, greedy ass people. And they wrote, well, I ain't gonna say that. Mm-hmm. But the Bible has come from way back in the days. Supposedly, they supposedly go by the Bible, but they're sitting out here killing people. They're greedy for money. In the Bible, that shit's not supposed to be.
Well, it's always justified, meaning that we're not looked at as human, for one. So if we're not human, then we're not killing anybody.
But we walk, we talk, we eat,
just like killing a cow or dog.
We breathe the same way that they do. Yeah. We're just a little darker than them.
Some of y'all.
Some of you motherfuckers are black.
And some of y'all are not.
Yeah, that's true. But see, they mentally fuck us on that.
No, we mentally fuck ourselves. We play into it. We play into that mess.
Yeah, but we let them mentally fuck us. So the dark-skinned people don't like the light-skinned people. The light-skinned people don't like the dark-skinned people. If we keep them divided, they'll never be able to be one unit. That's all that is.
So we are at fault there.
Yeah, we are at fault there. And because back in those days, they was taking out women, they was fucking them and making babies. But then they expelled the dark-skinned ones. They keep the light-skinned ones in the house. You gonna cook and clean. You gonna do this.
I look at it as like, because I thank God I was not a part of that era, but I don't think the light skin, they weren't in the field, but they definitely, I'm pretty sure they was getting raped and all that other stuff on a constant basis too.
Yeah.
So they were getting theirs too.
So basically, they was raping their kids.
They was definitely getting theirs. So I don't know.
They was getting it,
It was
but they kept the lighter skinned ones closer
Mhm.
and the darker skinned ones out in the field.
I agree. So in my research, also what they're doing is they're building a museum called Greenwood Rising, and it's targeted to open July 3rd. So congratulations to, I guess, Greenwood, which is the birth of the Black Wall Street,
Mm-hmm.
for trying again, because they had tried many times to bringing it back, and every time they bring it back, something always happened and destroy it again. Either by the taking of the land, that intimate domain, what do you call it, urban
Rehabilitation.
yeah. So basically, just taking their land.
Right. They'll say that we're gonna make this better for you, but then in turn, by them knocking down the old shit, and then most places, they never rebuilt anything.
Mm-hmm.
They just knocked down the homes or knocked down the businesses that was there and left the fucking land there.
And people were displaced. And people were left. So
yeah. So it's fucked up when you went, and then this shit here is not in no goddamn history book. It's not in there at all. And if it was in there, it's one page, and they were never taught. The children that came up after that were never taught anything about it. They'll skip that page and go to the rest of the book.
All right. So we're gonna go ahead on and move on to some lighter news, kind of. All right, back in the day, John Davis, an American singer, died recently of COVID-19. You may be asking, who is John Davis? So most of you don't know him by name or by face, but you do know him by voice. He was one of the real voices behind the group Milli Vanilli, hit 80s group that lip synced their way to the top.
Blame it on the rain.
So the song that he's known for is "Girl, You Know It's True."
Girl,
Ooh, 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 I love you. So
just told lie.
I know, right? So I guess rest in heaven, rest in peace, Mr. John Davis. And I love that song. I know Milli Vanilli did not sing it, but it was a great song.
They was doing their thing though.
They was dancing
until you found out what the fuck was going on, but they was doing their thing.
They were doing their thing. So we are at the end.
Man, when have we ever ended at 7 o'clock?
When it's just the two of us.
Yes,
The two of us.
Two of us.
All right, we ready for that last segment?
Last segment. I really got some shit for this segment.
So blow that shit out. So, with the rise of social media, everyone and their mama having their own platform, and everyone and their mama claim that they are expert on this and that. It still gets to me when there are people using these platforms just to spew out lies and bullshit. Folks claiming that they are giving relationship advice when they haven't been in a relationship in decades. And I say, bitch, please. or you sitting here spitting out so-called facts and you haven't done any research other than what someone else posted on Facebook. I feel if you're going to be out there talking shit, make sure your facts are straight or you are qualified to speak on it. So, my fellow citizens, as the fellow citizens of the Real Ass People Society, as your president, challenge those folks out there spitting garbage. Do your own research. Don't just take someone's word because their mouth is large and they just got a big mouth or they have a big platform. Make them be real with their shit or make them apologize and shut the fuck up. So, shout out to Kwame Brown. You're an honorary citizen of the Real Ass People Society. God bless you and these United States of America. And that's all I have to blow that shit out. And I turn the show back on over to DJ Talented.
Hi. As a real as no. My blow that shit out for the day is some employers. Some employers think that they can talk to you however they want to. They can demand you to do whatever the fuck they want to at any given time that they want to. And this is what normally causes people to go, as they say, postal.
Mm-hmm.
And start shooting up people that has not done nothing to them. But because it's a part of that company, they feel that they're getting some type of gratitude. No. Employers, you need to start listening to your employees. And those that are in the corporate world, when you sitting at this table doing guys know what or even giving a fuck, you need to start getting reports from these people that's in the building, in your buildings. Getting report from the people that work underneath those people doing the job that you're needing them to do. You need to check on the people, as they say, the peons, the people that's working and getting your business up and up and up. You need to check on those people before something postal happens. Because if you got a person that's in your ear talking shit to you all goddamn day, there's going to be one or two things that happen. You're going to quit the job, which then you're going to lose people, or those people are going to retaliate in some type of way. Either they're going to argue at the person, which is going to mean that they may lose their job, or even worse, they may come in there shooting up people. Innocent fucking people that has not ever even said nothing to them. But because they can't get to who they want to get to, they get to who they can get to. Meaning that these big corporations that call themselves essential workers, in some cases, call themselves essential workers, management can go behind doors. The workers cannot. There's no way for them to go if they start hearing gunshots going off. There's nowhere for them to go. Managers will lock the doors and keep your people out of safety just to save themselves. So with these managers that you have in position, make sure they talk to your people right. Make sure they try to retain your people instead of not giving a fuck and telling them to fucking leave, quit, fire them, or whatever the case may be. When they come to your job every fucking day that they supposed to be there and doing what the fuck they supposed to do, and then they go home. But when you got somebody in your ear talking shit, putting you here, putting you there just because they don't like you, or because they don't like the manager that's taking care of you, or you know, immediate to you, they try to bullshit the people that's actually working. Right now, we haven't got out of the pandemic. Pandemic is still going on because everybody is not taking the shots and things like that because they think something else is going to come behind it. But you have to look at your workers, your employees, and almost look at them like family. This is what we're trying to do. This is where we're trying to go. Talk to me correctly. I talk to you correctly. I know that was long, but I'm going to leave it at that.
Yes, that was. But that's all right.
It's all right. Because sometimes, goddamn, these damn employees right now don't give a shit about you or what the fuck ever else you got going on.
Mm-mm.
So it is what it is. Some bitches.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we good now. You got all that off your chest.
I
You
got a
blew
little,
that
I got
shit
a little
out.
bit of it off.
Did you blow all of it out?
No, I ain't blow it all out.
I'm hoping you did.
Because I could
I know,
say
you
some
can-
names
you
and all
can
that
keep
type of
going.
stuff, but I won't.
All right. This still was a great show.
Yes, it was.
Shout out to Miss Sandy. I don't know what happened to you, but we love you, girl. And
We love you.
shout out to my girl. Happy early birthday to Miss Alicia G.
What's going on, Alicia?
All right. So
You
take
know
us
you
out.
gotta have a drink for us too. You know, we drink on Sundays.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
But-
take us out.
That has been another great show of The Real
The Raw.
and the Motherfucking Rugged. I am DJ Talented. And to my right,
I am Ms. Entertainment, also known as T.S. Edwards, author.
all right. So again, check us out every Sunday at 6 o'clock on Real, Raw, Rugged, YouTube, and also on both of our personal pages. And then, you know, I chime in sometime on IG, you know, get the IG going on. But also check us out on live365.com under Terradome Entertainment Radio. You will get replays of every show that we do. Also, we play music. We play all kinds of music. So get on that. We will be changing some things around on the radio. We will be shortly making a Sunday old school day, so that if you like old school music, you'll have a whole day of it. You dig? We will also be playing Thursday hip hop, old school hip hop days, and the rest of the week we'll be playing all types of music. So you'll be hearing trap music, you'll be hearing hip hop, you'll be hearing pop music, you'll be hearing some old school. So it's all gonna be there. Also, in the Terradome headquarters, we have a photography area. So if you are a photographer or you want to shoot some small stuff video-wise, we have a location for you. If you have a podcast idea and you want to go ahead and do your own podcast, we have a location for you, which is here in the podcast area / radio station area. And then if you are a music person, you do rap, you sing, you want to do voiceover for music, movies, I'm sorry, we have a location for that as well. It's all here in the Terradome Entertainment headquarters. Just let us know. We'll get you set up with a time, date, so you can come in and get your business done. Another thing is, if you want to become a radio host, we got a place for you. Let us know. Hit us up at the email of info@terradomeent.com. That's info@terradomeent.com. That way we can get your information. We can set up a meeting date. We can meet. We can set up a time for you to go ahead and do whatever it is you need to do, and we'll get you right. Again, info@terradomeent.com. This entertainment. Anything else you would like to say?
No, just everybody just have a blessed week. And we'll see you again on next Sunday.
Next Sunday.
Lord's willing.
Yes, Lord's willing. Also bring your drink, because we drink
Yes, we do.
on Sundays. The Real
The Raw.
and
The motherfucking rugged.
You dig? Let's go and get out of here.
All right.
We give you the real, like you popping a red pill. Ain't no time for acting, it's like camera action. Real life is a script, real talk is what it is. Enlighten your 6 cents, we back at it again. Until you can't filter it, it's raw, uncut, no taste. Give it to you in your face, fresh off the chopping block. Delivery every Sunday, rugged, it is the show with substance. Guaranteed you leave with something, put that that in your pipe and smoke it. Pour it in your glass, let's toast it. Real raw, real motherfucking rugged. Real raw, real motherfucking rugged. It's real raw, real motherfucking rugged. It's real raw, real motherfucking rugged.